Good morning. Welcome to another interesting episode on Trash It. If you're an avid follower of this show, you should already know everyone on this panel. But for those of you that have just logged on for the first time, I'm going to do you the honors by introducing everyone on the panel. I've got Yori, my co host. I have got Funshaw. I have got Mr. Jabberjantix, he's all maxed up. And I've got Ethel as well. And we've got Ajike. So those are the people you have on the panel today. So the topic we're going to be looking at today is talking about independence in marriage. Because there's this saying in the Bible that says, when you marry your husband, you have to be submissive, you have to submit to him. But that's another topic because that is very diverse. But what we want to be looking at today, we want to narrow it down to just having independence in marriages, because some people believe that once they get married, they lose their independence, the things that they could do themselves without having to take permission or without having to ask or tell anyone what they're doing or where they're going. They now have to do it because they're now in a two-way relationship. So I'm going to come to everyone on this panel. We're all married on this panel, and I'm just going to come to you and ask you, what does independence in marriage, what does that mean to you? Ethel, let me come to you first. Independence in marriage, what does that mean to you?
Um, a lot of people mistake it for control, an avenue to control the lady. It's always the men, funny enough, reminding the women to be, independent. Sorry, I'm digressing now. The independence is when I'm talking with regards to ladies, when you're able to fulfill your dreams, you're able to um do things without holding on to someone for help. No, without leaning on the husband too much. You're able to you're able to contribute in the marriage, in the home. You don't wait for the man to buy pads for you before you take care of your personal hygiene. You don't wait to cook to get money for salt before you cook the soup. Those little things, because sometimes I go shopping. Most times I go shopping, I buy what I think the house needs. I don't want a situation where I will be holding the list and begging the man, to give me money to no. It's good. The men like it, but they don't want to admit sometimes. When you're able to go there, they don't really need to be dropping money all the time for the house to be run. So that's how I see independence, when you're able to do things the way you want to, without somebody saying halt, or without you leaning on somebody too much, especially the man.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Ethel, for that. Funche, let me come to you as one of the men on the panel. You're married, right? And as you've heard Ethel say, she goes to the shop, she knows what the house needs. She has the money for it. She doesn't need to wait for her husband to give her the money, or she doesn't have to go to her husband and say, I've written the list for the groceries we want this week, and this is the amount of money I need for it. So for you, I'm going to ask you two things, and that would also come to you, Mr. Jabberjantix, as well. For you, do you like your wife to be independent? You've heard what Ethel say. You don't want her to come and ask you for money for this. You don't want her to come and ask you for money for that. And then on the other hand, would you prefer if she did? Because does that make you feel like you're wanted, you're important, or you're needed in relationship?
Thank you so much, Celia. I think I've said on this show in the past that I grew up in different places and I saw different models. In my own house, where I grew up, my own family, my mom, though she was working, had her own money, she never spent her money. She will always wait for my dad to take from my dad. And the logic behind it, like I said before, was if he has extra money, then he will chase other girls or other women. That was her logic. And I totally understand, because that was how she was raised, the environment she grew up with. Then I went into my uncle's place, where my uncle doesn't know how domestic things are done in the house. He has no idea, because the woman takes care of it. The wife takes care of it. That's my aunt. And I liked that model.
Is that with her own money, for
With
sure?
her own money, yeah,
Okay.
with her own money. Sometimes he even comes in to help my uncle with his own duties, sort of. So what am I trying to say is that, firstly, when you say you want to marry, fine, you forget about part of that independence or you being alone, because you getting married, it's you giving, it's the word itself, marriage is coming together. you coming together and fashioning out how you proceed with life with this other person. Now, having said that, in that marriage, there should be communication between both of them on who takes care of what, or naturally how you guys separate things. That, okay, I know that when I go out now, I'm leaving this place for some time now. I know that by the time, like me staying away, I don't need to worry about how the home front is going to be, because I know my wife can take the right decisions. She has the finances, she has everything. You understand? So maybe there are some men that love their ladies coming to them for money, but I don't like it. I don't at all. And my wife knows it. She calls me Akagom because of the way I manage the finances. So don't come to my money. I won't come to your money, even though we keep money together. But we have it limited.
So when you say you don't like your wife coming to you for money, is that because you guys kind of have some form of joint account where you put money for the bills and the shopping and things like that to run the house for the month, so she knows where to go?
Yeah, she knows where to go, and we know how we get money into those to fund those things. If the money should finish, okay, she knows she won't
get. Okay.
Airtel will rip you apart.
It won't even finish. It won't even finish.
She's helping you. She's helping you. What do you mean the money finishes? Okay.
The money should not finish. The other bills.
Okay, so Funsho, since you have your own money, she has her own money. So is it okay for her to just make decisions? Like, okay, she feels like, I want to go on holiday and I want to go to Nigeria, go to Spain. She can just buy her ticket and book a hotel from her own money. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I would be okay with that if it's, like you said, from her own money. But like I'm saying also, if you are married,
so she wouldn't need to discuss it with you at all, no?
Of course, she would tell me. We'll discuss on it, would agree on it, and all those things. And that's why I said the communication comes in, because you know the home front, you know what comes in. If you decide to book a ticket to Santorino when you know your kids are home, they need to pay school fees. Okay.
I was about dancing when I heard Santorino.
Is it Santorino or Santorini? I don't know. But whichever way, if you decide to do that, fine. I'll let her see the pros and cons, but the final decision is for her.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Funsho. Ajike, let me come to you. You're in Nigeria, and I guess perhaps the way things work in Nigeria might be a bit different, because here, every pound, every dollar, every euro you make is already accounted for. So you haven't got that leeway, right? Whereas in Nigeria, it might not be like that. So what is your take on this?
I don't know what's happening in Nigeria, but I know what's happening in my house. I would say that.
I said that.
I would say that. I would say no, but it's true. See, everybody's married. Some people's houses, both of them are Akagom. Maybe the wife is Akagom, the husband is Akagom. You know, these things, even in the UK and all that, in as much as every pound comes to play, your personal behavior comes to show when it comes to any matter, whatever the matter may be. Independence in marriage for me is the ability to do the things you want to do without anybody stressing you. I want to go out, let me go out. I want to sleep, let me sleep. I don't want to have sex, leave me alone. There are many independents. There are many independent. There are many independent ways to think. I'm not saying it's not important, but there are some things that you don't want it. You want to sleep.
Why you
What is it?
No.
Don't be harassing my guest.
Go clarifying it. Let's be clarifying it.
I've repented.
I can continue.
This mood. You know that means I'm not this nice. You know, so I will free you. But when independence in, you know, there's some people that like the ones when I was younger, you know, I used to say all this daddy wa, ejo, daddy wa, you know that. Me, I'm very anti-daddy wa. I'm very, is it anti or anti? I don't know which one. But I'm very anti that because it doesn't allow you as a human being to blossom and grow. There's so much, you know, and like I said, independence is when there's some men that don't want you to be independent academically. There are some men that don't want you to be independent financially. And it's not just men, you know, now that I have a son, I'm beginning to see things in a different light. There are also some women that don't want it. It's not like me now. If my husband is going out, please be going. Hallelujah, glory be to God.
Buy something when you're coming back.
You should not even buy. You should be buy up again that come and see. Don't buy. just go and leave me and Jeremiah alone. You know, for me, for people find that very strange, but for me, I am very happy. The weekend, husband says going for party like this, we see me, I'll be happy, I'll be dancing, you know. But for other women, they're like, I don't want my husband to go out. You should be inside the house. And he goes out. You will see women. You will see, let them see the women. Let the women know what we to and copy with in the house. Let them know. It's true. You know, people just so all these men are not perfect. So let them see what we to and copy with in the house, and maybe we will see. You know, so I'm not. I don't come from a place of fear, but a lot of women to come from that place. They don't want to lose their husbands. The same way the husband say, I don't want you to wear this. Although the one of wearing is so that one is another because some women they will put everything. There are some things I saw on Jabajanti's page yesterday night. Fear of God catch me. I saw some breasts and some bum.
Like
so you know, if a woman married woman is going out like that, I don't know. I don't know. But for
so,
me,
Ajike, let me ask you this. Would you give up a very high-paying job, right? Because you're coming home late every night and it's becoming an issue in your marriage. So if you have to give that job up, would you see that as being independent or not being independent?
The only way I would give up that job is if me, the Ajike,
don't want it.
It's me. I'm having mental health issues.
For what?
It's disturbing me and my son.
Exactly.
Well, that is disturbing the money that is. My husband is not like that. My husband like money like me. So he will help me. Where he was supposed to help me with the boy, he will help me. So me, I don't know. I don't identify with men that have that problem. There are some other things I may be able to identify with, but for that, no. My husband knows I'm very career driven. When I leave this class, now I'm going to go and learn. I'm learning Python. I'm learning coding. I'm learning Anama. You understand? So my husband knows what's up. He knows how far. So me, I don't know. I can't identify.
Thank you. Mr. Jabajantis, let me come to you before I go to Yori. The same question I asked Funshaw. Do you like your wife to be dependent in you, maybe financially, you know, if she needs money to buy anything, she has to come to you to ask for it? Or do you want her to have that independence and just do what she has to do without coming to pester you?
Well, this situation, it's relative. My missus, she has 2 jobs, 2 computers in front of her. She's working from home. She's making more money. But every minute, okay, can you send us £100? We need to pay for this nanny. Can you send us £50? We need to clear the rug. Can you send us 80? We haven't paid for this thing. Oh, I'm trying to order the school uniforms now. Can you send us money? And the money keeps going, boom, boom, boom. So it's okay.
They are your children now.
They are my children. Oh, there is nothing in the fridge. There is nothing in the house. But when it comes to my own woman's money, you already know. you already know. And she likes nice things. She wants to buy a designer. She wants to buy a LV
What's that, mate?
You know, and when we want to go out, I like her to carry those things. I like her to look elegant. I'll tell her wear that one that shows the distance.
Because people will say the husband is looking after her very well.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So we understand each other. But sometimes I have to really pull her back, like, Madam, calm down. We have not sorted out the accommodation issue this month. Okay, the mortgage is like this, is like that. We have to sort it out. My money is on red now. You have to come and help. She does it willingly. She doesn't argue. She just wants to do it because she believes she belongs there. This is home now.
Right.
I may come from somewhere else, and you're coming from somewhere else. But now it is us, not me anymore. So if I'm dishing it out, boom, boom, boom. Can you send us £50? And I'm not even asking questions, and I've already sent it. You too, come to my rescue. I'm paying for the house, paying for the car finance, paying for food, paying for shopping, paying for everything, energy, electric. It doesn't matter how the money comes. The money must be paid, But she too, she knows that, yes, Oga is on red. Now I have to help. There is something Ajike mentioned about, I don't want to have sex. Leave me alone this time. You see, women, they know how to be in charge. They know how to control us. It is the ones who don't know their responsibilities that find it difficult. See, we guys, we think we're in charge. We are not in charge. The
I'm
women
happy
that
you know.
know how to pull the remote control, you will be doing your shoulder part like this. You see that your shoulder part, when she presses your button, you are dancing now, you are doing yes, ma'am. Who are you? Who born you? Not the woman born you. You know, my own woman, she knows how to, if she wants to get me, she knows what to do. She knows how to entice me. She knows what I want to see. She knows how to get me. Before you know it, I'm the mumu. The money will come now. So if you know your role, there is nothing like in this house it's competition, or in this house it's 50-50, or yes, I'm the boss, I'm the servant, I'm the follower. No, a woman that knows what she's doing, she's the boss. The man is just wearing suit and doing shoulder pad like this. But
Thank you.
believe me,
Yeah,
behind closed door is the woman.
yeah.
Thank you very much,
And the
Mr. Jab.
earlier the men know that the women are the bosses, the better for them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ethel and Mr. Jagbajantics. Yuri, let me come to you with this question. So, in a marriage, right, as a married couple, what will be the fair game? For example, do you, because we're talking about independence, being able to do what you want to do without thinking you have to get permission or you have to run it by your partner. Now, is it okay for you to go through your partner's phone or for your partner to go through your phone? Would you tag that as not being independent if your partner can just pick up your phone and go through it? What do you think?
The thing about it, and I say this in a very careful way, I pray to God nothing happens to my marriage. If anything were to happen, I don't think I'll marry again. And the reason for that is because of the man that I've married. He's allowed me to do anything. And I say allow because he's not challenged by anything that I do. And that is independence in marriage.
Exactly.
Now, my husband, I've said it, do not use Mr. Agbada as your next of kin, phone-wise. He does not pick up his phone. So his phone is literally somewhere else that I would have to pick up and be like, this person sent you a message, mate, 2 days ago, and you haven't replied. And be like, oh, I'm busy with another thing. And sometimes his phone is in Renee's hands. So he's not that kind of person that has an issue. I go through his phone willy-nilly, as I'll just pick up the phone. And the rationale around picking up his phone is because I know there are messages there that my husband will take his time to reply to and that needs urgent attention. Now, I'm quite mindful that some people have padlock, MI5, eyeball
Secret
on their phone.
Service.
I don't understand the reason for that if you've got nothing to hide. I should be able to pick up your phone and be like, oh, well, my phone is in the kitchen. Your phone is here. I've got Celia's number. Let me dial it on your phone. Celia, it's Mr. Agbada's phone. Alpha. Why should I be going through 7 layers of security? Yeah, because I've seen instances where people's phone open and there's a lock to open the WhatsApp and there's another lock to open Snapchat. And I'm like, mate, what are you hiding? So your wife or your husband should know the dirtiest secret, because the day you die, that should be the person that knows the most. Because I understand, men. Sorry, Funsho and Jagbajanti, you guys will lay yourself with all these miniskirt ladies that you follow about. But your phone, your wife should be able to pick up the phone in an emergency and say, Mr. Best Friend, your friend has broken his leg. Come and help us carry him. If I'm unable to get into your phone, then that means there's something you're hiding. So why are you hiding? What exactly are you hiding? Why is your phone? I understand that, okay, for security reasons, we've got our bank details, blah, blah, blah. But I should be able to have the passcode to your phone. I'm not looking for anything. I think I've been married for 14 years now. I don't care what's on your phone. But if I pick up your phone, I should be able to enter that phone.
Exactly.
Mr. Jagbajantics, you wanted to say something?
So that thing you just said is relative as well. What works in Funsho's home may not work in Jagbajanti's home.
I understand that.
Like I am now, the kind of things I do, my missus, she knows the password to my phone. Even though I lock my phone, she knows the same password. And it's the same password for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does she have time for my phone? No. If she wants to use the phone, does she know how to unlock it? Yes. But do I have confidential things there that I don't want her to see? Yes. Do people's stories come to me, things that are confidential that I'm not supposed to share with a woman or share with a partner? Do I have such stories? Yes, I do. People bring their relationship, their marriage issues to me. And I
Funsho
don't
and
want,
Jabadantis, you're talking from, I understand the business you're in. My
yes.
husband is not in that business. So
Oh,
if he's
yes,
not a blogger or a
yes,
vlogger or a seller of CIA story, why are you
yes.
blocking your phone?
Okay,
Okay.
so
That's the
So
Yuri,
now we
rationale.
have a platform. We have a
Yuri,
balance.
Yuri, you know
Now
you
we
go
have a
out a
balance.
lot, right?
I
You
do.
go out a lot. You go to
Like today,
parties,
Seth, I'm going
Owambe,
to go out.
Madame, and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah. Okay, so now when you get these invitations to parties, do you have to run it by your husband first? And if you did, would you see that as independence or not?
No, I run it by Mr. Bada.
Okay.
Babe, I'm going out 14, 15, 16, 17. Do we have anything planned?
Right.
And he'd be like, I don't manage. And the thing about it, my husband doesn't even manage our social calendar. I do. So I'm the one that will say, oh, by the way, we have Mr. So-so-so's party on the 14th. We have RSVP for Funsho's party on the 18th. This is what
Exactly.
we are wearing. Please, can you make sure that if you've got anything planned for that day, is there any way we can shelve it? I've looked, I've seen you've got clash here. Are you going? And he'd be like, no, I'm not going to this one. You go by yourself. I'll go to this one. Sometimes we divvy ourselves. You know, now everybody is in my blood. So we divvy ourselves. You'll be like, you go here, you go here. And there's some impromptu thing. I go out with my girlfriends. Like, I'm going out today. I'm going out. And the thing he will ask is, are you available? If he's not available, have you ever in childcare? So I'm not just law to myself. And
So
that
what
is
if
how.
he didn't want you to go, and if you said no, I don't want you to go, I want you at home today on that
Celia,
day?
I see that's why I said I pray to God nothing happens to this marriage.
Mhm.
Because the freedom that I have is like with the lack of better, someone that does not have leg. I can go anywhere. It does not restrict me. That's what I'm saying. So all I have to do is like, Mr. Well, I'm going out, blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, oh, who are you going out with? The only thing he usually will tell me is, if you know you've had enough drink, do not drive. Call me, I'll pick you up, or call me, I'll Uber you, or Uber. Those are the three conditions he will give me because he knows I can party well.
So he
If
can
you know
never tell you not to go.
He has never told me, he wouldn't tell me not to go.
Okay. All right. Funsho, let me come
I've
to you
told
with this.
I've told
Yeah?
my missus not to go somewhere before.
Okay. Funsho, let me come to you. So you've heard what Yuri has to say. You know, she gets invitation to a party. She just tells her husband, this is where we're going. So how does that work in your marriage? Would you be happy with your wife to accept all the invitation and just tell you this is where we're going? Or would you like some sort of say in that?
Just like I said in my opening remarks, that communication is key in marriage. I have never told my wife not to go out or not to go anywhere. But naturally, when those things come in, she just brings it up herself. It's not me asking what is your movement, or she just comes, this person invited me to this. What do you think? Should I go? The choice is yours. This is what I think about it, but the choice is yours. And most people that invite her for stuff say I know that she's married. And most times when they have to invite her, they invite me along. You get? I'm the one that say I'm not going. You can go. Take the car. You can go. You can drive, so take yourself. But me, I'm not going. You can take maybe. Okay, the only condition is hey, take the baby with you. Because I will babysit.
Not serious.
Okay. So if she were to go out every weekend, you're fine with that. If she had a party to go every weekend, you don't have a problem with that.
If she can take the baby with her, no problem.
You don't have a problem. Okay.
Why should she take the baby with her?
Because there are two of
When
them.
you are home. When you are home.
There are two of them. I take care of the older one. She takes care of the younger one.
Okay.
So you take your part, I take my part.
Okay. So by the baby, you mean one of them, not the both of them?
No, of course.
Okay.
I take the older one. She takes the younger one.
Take care of both of them. Let her go and enjoy herself.
Exactly. Exactly. Why not look after two of them?
Wait. Let me explain. Maybe when the younger one has stopped suckling.
Okay.
If he's still breastfeeding,
but still breastfeeding.
I'll let you off.
I don't get breast now.
I'll let you off now.
Okay. Ajike, let me come to you with this question. So, would you, when you go out, do you have to tell your partner where you're going, who you're going with, how long you're going to be out for, or do you just up and say, okay, I'm going out and I'll see you later?
I don't go anywhere. That's it. Me,
Sorry?
I don't go anywhere.
Ajike is
I
just
don't go anywhere. I hate parties. I hate it. If you see me in a party, know that it's family and there's nothing I can do. A very, very good friend. And my husband obviously know that. But in my own case, usually reverse is the case. My husband is a party monger. You will not see him at home, go to Sokoto, go to Kano, go anywhere. Just Koshola is there. My husband, he likes parties. So for me, I always like to tell him that, okay, if you are somewhere, you're going to stay late, let me know. If you are going somewhere, and because he knows I'm very, very averse to parties, at times he will even tell me. It's maybe when I'm somewhere, his friend will now mention it, I'll just go, you have made me a witch in front of everybody. At times, because he knows he will now make those ones tell me that, oh, we have a party, because he can't really, because me, I'm very, very averse. I don't like this. What really are you looking for, man? Is it food that is not your house? Is it drink that you don't have? I'm very, very much like that. So this question would be for him, but I would say he needs to tell me. He should tell me. I need to know. If I find out it's somewhere else other than where he has told me, he knows what's up.
Okay. Ethel, let me come to you with the same question. Do you feel having to tell your partner where you're going, who you're going with, how long you're going to be there for? Does that make you feel like, please, I'm not a child?
I think whether partner or friend or anybody, a roommate, I think it's morally right to
people know where you are.
In the area that they are cutting
people are dying. People are everywhere.
Exactly.
So if you don't tell the person you're with that you're going out now, you know now if you not come house, nobody will.
Exactly. Or they don't cut your head for road.
I think that's what we do tell our children. We teach our children, you know, to let them know I'm going here, I'm coming there, just keeping you updated. So whether it's a husband or I think it's right, it's the right thing to say. However, does it really stop me? No. I just give the details just for the goodness of my heart. Oh, I'm going here, I'm going here. He doesn't say no, you shouldn't go. There's no people have to die. So it's just for your information only. Yes, I'm going here, I'm coming here, and I've been invited for a party, I'm hanging out with my friends. As Yori said, he doesn't disturb me when it comes to that. I'm a loose cannon. Anytime I want to go, I go. So far, I come back home.
I see a lot of us.
In that area, I'm independent, and I like that. I hate control. Then you start writing lists 2 weeks before time. Daddy, I'll be going for a party next week or 2 weeks time. I don't know. Then you'll be doing good girl before that. God forbid.
So I see that we are all agreeing on this point. Is it good to now turn the tables around? What if he wants to go out? Does he have to tell you?
The thing about it,
I just told you now. So like me, you must tell me. Why is he going to that? You will not tell me. In fact, the few times he has gone out without telling him, maybe if you call him, he's in the parlor.
And if he says he's going out, me, I like party, I will follow him.
That's where I'm going. Because I have a friend that anytime he wants to go out, he wants to hang out with the boys. The girl will dress up. I'm also going. He wants to go and collect the book.
Which boys? Which boys?
The woman does not like sleep. She does not like she does not like food.
Let me finish. It's like, is you this
when they want to do bad, they'll be saying,
wait, Ethel, let me finish.
You should land your point.
He doesn't want to hang out with the boys. He wants to just sit with Jagbajantis and ask, Jagbajantis, how much is the exchange rate now? She will follow.
We have to
go together. That's my problem. That's the independence we are talking about.
We have together. We have together.
Okay.
Can I just? I think it depends.
Okay, sorry, Ethel. Can I just ask you, because you want to go together? So if you wanted to go and hang out with your friends, and your husband says, "I want to come with you," how will you be happy with that?
After the first visit, he will resign himself because the gist will be gisting. His ears will hurt, so he will stay home the next day.
Right.
I won't stop him, but let him come. No problem.
I think it depends on the personality of the person.
Exactly. My personality I follow.
Like Mr. Banana is very quiet and he's not a social butterfly. That's why I plan our calendar. If left to him, that man will not go to any place. Now, there's sometimes I look at him and like, Mr. Man, you haven't gone out. And I've gone out like 3 weeks in succession. You need to go somewhere. Like, just go. Even if it's cinema, just go.
So by force.
Yeah, like I'm the one that will be like, you have been out this Saturday, been out this, you haven't gone anywhere other than work related stuff. So you need to, I push him out. So if he says he wants to go somewhere, say go be ala Kemu. As long as the only thing I would ask him, because he doesn't go out, he's not a sociable. So where are you going? Don't ever forbid anything happens and his siblings call me, where's our brother? I'll be like, when he left Tomo, he said he was going to Jagbajanti's house. I don't know if he got there. I'm not going to check did they arrive at yours? Just let me know where you're going. And I'm sometimes be like, oh, there's a film at Showcase for 7:30, blah, 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 blah. I've booked it. Like when King Richard came out, this is what had not been out for like 4 days. So I booked King Richard for 7:30 and he went with Renee. So it was their father-daughter time. It's just for him to have, I need him to have his time. I need him to unwind.
Mine doesn't go out too. Maybe that's why I don't know how it feels. Mine doesn't.
Yeah, so that so I need him to go somewhere. Maybe he just needs to release. So I don't have a problem with it. As long as you tell me.
Yori, I understand. He's going for an event, father-daughter time and all those things. I understand. But this one, no. I just want to see.
Why are you still paying? Why are you still paying? This
Go.
Hanging out with boys.
Edel doesn't want me to go.
He's hanging out with boys. He's paying him so much.
Why would I hang out with boys?
I know if he's hanging out with boys, I will go.
So
let me
unless you come back with after hanging out with the boys and you're displaying some attitude like your phone is now on padlock.
So Ethel, what you're saying is guys cannot just go to the club and chill without the wife backpedaling and wanting to follow.
I didn't say that. Because it's the way he was. What if he's hanging out with boys?
I can't hang out with boys now.
Suspicious kind of waka. If I see, I will follow. Because you are smiling, you know. All this hanging out with boys.
No,
hanging out with boys.
See, just like you said, when he hangs out with you, the gist he will hear, we don't want to go the next time. Now, when I want to go with my boys, we also want to talk about girls. We want to talk about life. We want to talk about football.
Yeah, but we still when we girls hang out, we don't talk about other men.
Well, exactly.
No, we don't talk about other men.
When I say the girls,
talk about our monthly cycle. So when
I hang out with boys, listen.
We'll talk about how we have communication. Celia's brother just opened a cosmetic shop. That's where we do tummy talk. That's what we want to talk about.
Let me land.
Okay,
when I say hang out with the boys, Jagbajantis will agree with me that not all his male friends are married.
He's not agreeing with you. He's not saying anything.
Wait,
he's not
now let me land. Not all our male friends are married. Some of them are still single. Some of them are divorced. Some of them are searching. So we might get there. We talk about girls. It doesn't mean I won't talk about my own girlfriend or I need a side chick. But we talk about girls generally. We describe the girls and all those things. It is normal things that happen within boys. Or sometimes when you play football, are you going to come there and be picking ball for us when it goes to throw in at the corner? Why do you have to go out with us?
Okay, Mr. Jagbajantis, let me come to you before I move on to the next aspect.
You take the baby. When you are going, you take the baby.
In addition to what Funto has said, you see, in marriage, talking from my own experience, there are stages. It's like a pie chart. There are stages in marriage and the lifestyle changes. When we first got married, most of the time when I say I'm going out with the boys, my missus will be like, I was following you. And when we get there, after spending 10 minutes, she'll be like, you have to take me home. Come and take me home. I'll be like, no, I'm not done yet. I told you when I was coming. This is what we do. We'll be shouting, yeah. You know how boys talk. And then she gets bored. She wants to go home. And I'll be like, oh, you have friends. Call your friends too. Go and play with them. I'm not going to say, I want to follow you to go and see your female friends and now sit down around them. Then it got to a point that trust was earned. We trusted each other before marriage. If you don't trust a man, you're not going to say you want to exchange files with the person. There must be a level of trust. But when you start living together, that trust will escalate, sort of. Okay. When we started having kids, things changed. If I'm going to go out, somebody has to stay with the kids. If she's going to go out, I have to stay with the kids. If we're both going out, like today now, we have to go to Harrods. We've already arranged with the nanny where we're going to drop the kids. So There is nobody tying anybody down. There is nobody saying, yes, I must know what you're doing, or I'll be expecting her to upload pictures. She sends me the pictures herself. Hey, look at us, doing selfie, hey, girlfriends, that kind of thing. Me, when I go, I don't do any selfie. I'm out.
Okay.
So that's the way it should be.
Thank you, Bidemi, for that. Ajike, let me come to you real quick. So Ikeja Golf Club, right? That's an area where a lot of Oloshos hang out. Okay.
Where is that?
Now your husband wants to go and hang out with the boys, and they are
Where
going
did you
to
call the place?
Ikeja Golf Club.
In this Lagos.
Oh yeah, Lagos. Lagos, right?
Thank you for the tips, sir.
So a lot of Oloshos hang out around there because a lot of big guys come there to just chill, play golf and whatnot.
Wow.
So your husband wants to go and hang out with the boys. Would you feel okay for him to go to a place like that, knowing that there are a lot of questionable characters around there?
He should be going. If he doesn't go there, he will not go out. He will not see a questionable character everywhere. Questionable characters everywhere. Even when you are there, they are there with you. Even when you are there, questionable characters on the next table. So whatever matter, I
don't know what I'll do.
Son dance. So mother son dance. If you don't, you should check my WhatsApp. I'll be putting it. I must dance that dance. Nobody will dance it on my behalf. So as you are seeing me like this is how I will live long. That prophecy with long life will God satisfy me and show me salvation.
Hallelujah.
It must come in my life. So me, I cannot let anybody.
I think all Nigerian men would like to be married to a woman like you. You don't give a toss, go where you want to go. I don't really care.
See what you know say about all these relationship things. Even the people that are snatch people's husband, it's just that they cannot return the person. When you snatch somebody, you snatch the person with the person's behavior. You snatch people that don't used to flush toilets. You snatch the people that when they remove their shoe is to smell. If all of us begin to say, yes, it's just that there are some things, maybe it's the money, they are just thinking of the money. But when you charge them around you. See, there's no perfect any. If we bring if they go, you see the team outside,
they'll come back.
It's looking, you will just see that it does not flush. Or a book does not wash his bum away.
Okay.
Okay.
Final, good for you, Ethel. Final question before we round up. I mean, and I remember Ade came on the show once, and he said, because he's trying to find another a woman to settle down with, and I remember him saying that the last person he went out with, he ended that relationship because he was video chatting with a female friend, right? He was just WhatsApp video call with a female friend, and the girl got really upset, like, why would you be video calling with your female friend? Why can't you guys just do a normal voice call? So Ethel, let me come to you. Would you have a problem, and would you find it controlling? Would you find you being controlling towards your husband if he had a female friend that he was video calling and chatting and talking with? How would that make you feel as his wife?
How often? Is it a one-off?
No, it's not a one-off. We're talking about anytime this girl calls him, it's on a video call.
The girl doesn't have a man that he should hang
No, she does not. She's single.
He does not have husband.
What kind of tea finish is that one? What kind of tea finish is that? Why?
What if
No, it's not controlling. It's not controlling.
Bidemi, hold on 1 moment. Go on, Ethel.
It's not controlling if you are married.
It's damn right disrespectful.
No. If it's a one-off out here, maybe he wants to visually explain something. So he had to use video call. But every day video call chatting for what now? Come on.
But Celia, the way you described this situation with the person, I don't know his name. What it was like, he's single. The lady is talking to might be his friend or his cousin's friend or his colleague.
No, he said it's me. It's married. I'm married.
So
what? Is doing video call with my husband every day. Sorry.
How? Even me, how? Every day that WhatsApp.
Ajike, okay, let me put it this way. This was from Ade. The girl is his friend. He was dating another girl. He's dating another girl, but another female friend calls him on the phone, quite regularly, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, and he video calls with the girl, and his girlfriend got the ump about it because she wasn't happy that, how can you be video calling this girl all the time, or she's video calling you? You should call her on just a voice call.
Whether call her voice, spiritual, all of them are the same. And everybody stay in your lane. Video call.
And for that reason,
Ade
Ade ended the relationship with his girlfriend because he felt the girl was being controlling,
he will lose now. Ade, sorry, you just lost somebody. And that one, if you go to the next one, you do the video call, that one will leave you too. No girl wants that. Maybe the girl is sitting there now. He's sitting there. Then they are video calling for 1 hour. What now? Come on. When the girl make go find your own.
Even some women fight their husbands for speaking to their mother.
So their
mother that gave birth to them.
Hold on 1 minute.
How many times a week? Not talk of a random girl.
Because I know that one is different.
No, what I'm trying to tell you is that some women will actually fight their husbands for speaking. If I've read a story, or maybe I've read
the woman is deliverance.
In fact, it was the husband's brother. The husband and his brother are close and they talk regularly. And she was pissed. She was like, they talk too often. And I'm like, are you okay?
No, it's the upbringing. It's the girl's upbringing. No family values. They don't have love in their family. They grew up in a close-knit family. So when they marry, they start getting jealous. Because you are having that rapport, that close knit in your own family, then they start bringing their demonized character.
Funsho, you wanted to say something, please?
Yeah, so they say different strokes for different folks. This is where I differ from the ladies. I go back to how I grew up again. I have said it on this show before that I have not seen any woman as jealous as my mom. It was that bad that my sister's friends could not come to our house because my mom would say my dad is looking at them. You get? So it was that bad. If I got to a stage, my younger sister could not cook for my dad. My mom would say, go and cook for your husband. Don't cook for my husband again. It was that bad. I've never seen. So growing up, I made a vow that I'm going to marry a woman that is 100%, 110% tolerant because I would keep communication with my female friends. I don't care. Let me finish. Now, what if you are going to do that kind of thing, you must be ready to take it. And that is where trust comes in every relationship.
I trust, but
my wife has male friends and they do video call. I don't care. There's a friend in Finland that she calls all the time. When they start, hours on the phone. I just use my PS5 and I'm gone. I don't care. Sometimes they try to rope me into their discussion. I'm not interested. And the same thing, I also have friends, female friends, that I know before we married or even after we married. And we do our calls. The issue is, at that point, while I'm calling, if there are things I'm supposed to do in the house, if Adela should poo at that point, I have to go and wash the bum. That's where we have problem. If I now concentrate much on the call and leave what I'm supposed to do, yeah, that's a problem. But if that doesn't happen, I video call, I call anyone I want. She does. Like yesterday, we were shopping. She wanted to buy decorations, Christmas stuffs. Then I got a call from a friend in the US, a lady. And we're talking and talking. Then he got the point, Mr. Man, it's time to end that call because you need to help me carry this Christmas tree and all those things. So at that point, I had to end the call and do that. That's not, you get. But it is when I'm not on that call and she needs me and I cannot respond, that is where there's a problem.
So Funsho, what if this girl comes on that call and she's dressed up, she's going on and she's like, oh, Funsho, how do I look? Do I look good? What?
Do you know what they discuss?
The girl is.
You don't know what they discuss.
The girl is in US. I mean,
the people have cyber sex.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely.
That's why I said trust is very important. Trust is very.
Inside the house, I'm not this online. You are doing again.
And that's why I said trust is very important in relationships. He knows that those things don't go beyond the phone call or the video call.
Yeah, but she can trust you, but she can't trust the girl because you know some girls are very
persistent. Maybe it takes two to tango now, Celia. It takes two to tango now. If the girl wants, I don't want to go.
No, I think
there's some rope. You don't need two. It just the other one will just be sitting down. You just need it to just tango the other one.
I don't know that.
Don't just do that one. You see some kind of.
Today is not a GK center for me.
As in, Ethel,
And
Doing a
Bidemi,
good
Bidemi,
man.
you are the
looking at
other
you
guy
always.
of this panel. Let me come to you, like, because you for sure you're. I don't
So
understand. Like, is this a
people say it. People say I'm in a unique kind of marriage or relationship, which doesn't. It's not like every time you see that kind of. I think I have another friend that has the same kind of marriage with me. And when I was dreaming for that kind of girl. When I met the girl and my friend, the openness, the trust between them, I was like, oh, so this kind of girls exist. And when I met mine, I was like, yes, this is the woman I've been looking for.
No, I
Okay.
trust my husband. My
Bidemi,
husband trusts me. But there are some things I don't.
you see,
I
I
have male friends, but the guy will not be getting do video. Hey, how you doing?
She don't. Okay, why am I not all tempered when she's doing it with all her own male friends also? Why?
That's what I'm saying.
The guy is in Finland. Will you send it over the phone to come and meet her? I beg, make we dey cool down now.
Bidemi, let me come to you with this. What are you saying? Let's see if we're hearing you.
So the kind of girls that I have that would make that kind of video call, the moment that call is, in progress and we're talking, before you know it, you just say, hey, you're here. They've collected the phone from me. The conversation becomes somebody else's.
Yes, so
My phone is gone.
yes,
They will
because it's the one that
talk.
everybody's friends with. Yeah.
So why will you call me at unholy hour, or why will I be on a date with a girl and then somebody else is taking my time on the phone? It's unfair. It's rude, But if you're calling me on video call and you know I'm married, obviously you've taken that into consideration. The first thing you're asking is, hey, what's
how
up?
is madam?
Madam is like, is that Joker on the phone? Wait, let me talk to her. I want to ask her something. They've collected the phone. Me that I'm the owner of the phone, I'm not the one enjoying the conversation anymore. They've taken over. And when she's talking to her friends too, they're like, okay, are you there? Come. We want to ask you something. Maybe you are a man. Well, if I do this, I do this, I do this. There's this boy I'm talking to. I don't know. Most of them, they see me as somebody they can come and ask, So I'm not going to disrespect my girlfriend or wife, even if it's my sister. We're on a date now. It is not the right time for me to now sit down on the phone and start saying, hey, who are you going out with? Hey, when are you guys going? Your dress is not bad, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm on a date with somebody. I'll call you later. Cut it short, straight.
And I agree with that totally. If you're on a date, do not disrespect your date by being on the phone with another lady. It's not right. But if you are on your own free time, or you guys are both in the house, you're not like doing anything.
You are married, you don't have free time anymore. From the minute you want to tango with a woman, my time is your time is my time.
The example that Bajanti just gave now, it happened to me. I met this girl on Clubhouse. She's my namesake.
Clubhouse.
And I'm always talking to this girl and like that. I'll tell you right now, the girl is closer to my wife than even me. She calls them, they call, they chat, and a lot of things. But if at the beginning, and they have a lot of business connection that they are doing together now. What if at the beginning she had even prevented me from speaking to that girl in the first place?
I don't know what we call.
Business opportunity.
You will still get. You see, what is yours? What is yours?
I know what is yours, but we should also be tolerant.
We are not saying we are not tolerant. We are not saying we are not tolerant.
That granted me this time. It's a woman who is helping me to look after the kids that said, oh yeah, go and do Zoom. Lock the door. I will look after the kids. I'm talking to other girls now. These are my girls now.
And you see? And your wife now said, why are you talking to only girl panel?
I think everything boils down to respect. When we're having our time, let it be our time.
Yes.
Don't divvy my time with another friend of yours that you could pick up with at another time.
Yes.
Like, I have a lot of male friends and we talk video, voice, talk, see, chat, go out. I think a few weeks ago, I had a few friends that had come in from the States and went to dinner in central London. And they're 4 guys, talked business. Now, it's about respect and trusting your partner that when they're out there, they respect themselves and they would respect you as well. And the trust that, sometimes when you give people the trust that, oh, I know you won't mess up. That person won't mess up. But at the same time, the other person should be responsible as well. Don't be calling someone's husband at 11 p.m. or 1 a.m. in the morning and be chatting bare rubbish. Taking time away from when they're supposed to be. And you men, I think the women know how to rail in their male friends. I need to go and to go and make dinner, or I need to go and get the kids ready for bed. You men, no respect, have no sense.
We know how to do it too now.
Let me finish. You have no sense of responsibility. You just sit on the phone and just chat.
So that person we're chatting with, is it not a woman? How come that woman?
But that person might not have a partner.
Yeah.
They have that
so
time.
She doesn't understand that I have a partner.
Yeah, and let me tell you one
Yeah,
thing
but
you
that
guys
is
don't know.
everything we always fall off our heads.
Listen, Funsho, listen.
We will
right?
never win with this.
Some women, let me
We will
tell
never
you,
win.
Funsho, listen. Some women, they feel like they can get you if they want to, whether you're married or not, right? And they start poking and start doing those little disrespectful things, like calling you at 11 o'clock in the night, calling you at 6 a.m. in the morning, when they know that you and your wife should be in bed, right? Not because of anything, but they just want to call you just so that you know, or just so that your wife knows that they can do it. I know of a person who, her husband became friends with one of her friends, and she didn't have any problems with it. The next thing, her friend started telling her husband about her marital issues. And, as a man, the husband advised the friend and said, oh, blah, 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 and whatnot. Before you know it, this girl started catching feelings for my friend's husband. Right? And the man was just trying to be like, okay, the guy started catching feeling. The girl started catching feeling for the husband.
For someone else's husband.
Yes. Do you understand? So sometimes I'm telling you as a woman, when you see that guy and you think, even though you're married, I'm going to get you, you will still do it. And men are very weak. If a woman wants a man, most men are very weak.
Their chairman has no common sense.
There's nothing you're going to do. That woman.
I don't agree with that
Look at you, Funsho. Miss Sahara has not won a cleavage shed. You're already saying big boobs, big boobs.
So
some women are like that.
Celia, there's a difference between appreciating stuffs and you want to go the extra mile.
Appreciating what?
There's a difference between. See, there are certain things you don't need to appreciate.
Exactly.
When you're married, there are certain things you just see and keep.
My wife
be the one the boobs.
Let me save you.
I'm just saying, there's a borderline between appreciating and being disrespectful if you're a married man. Let me just say that.
I just told you that my wife will want to show me the big boobs.
Funsho, let me save you. You see that kind of woman that thinks she can get anyone she wants and wants to start calling me at 11 p.m. before 12 a.m. The phone won't even be picked. There will be nobody to answer the phone.
You wouldn't know though, Bidemi. You wouldn't know, because this person might be a very close friend, and you guys maybe even do business together. And she might just call you and say, oh, there's something happening in my house or something, and you will end up in her house to help her.
My wife knows. My phone is always on silent. You can't call me at 11 and expect me to pick. That is my personal private time. I'm a married man. Why are you calling me at 11? If fire is burning in your house, die there. Die there. So if you can call me anytime during the day, it's fine.
Die there.
If I want to sheshekushe, I can sheshekushe, but you can't impose your sheshekushe on me and say,
exactly.
But don't forget, right? As in every marriage, there are some days that you have arguments at home, you argue with your wife. It doesn't matter. And it's those days that women like this are on the prowl, waiting to bounce.
Sometimes my missus will say, why not? Pick it. I'll be like, pick what? At this time of day. This is my private time. This is my home. Why should I be entertaining this kind of calls by this time of day? No. If they have anything to say, you can wait till the next morning.
I've said it before. This one that you're saying, there's a weak man and weak and forget about that. A man will not cheat if he doesn't want to cheat. And I just said it. It takes two to tango. You may be interested. What if I'm not interested? What?
I'm always already.
The girls that want to get you.
Anyway.
The girls that want to get you, they know how to get you. They won't disturb you at your private time. They don't come at after 10 or 11. They know when you're at work. They know when you're not at home. They will send you a message. Please reply when you get a chance. They don't choke you. You see those ones forming, I can get a man. Now lie, you know go work.
Okay, I
And
hope so.
nobody
I
can
hope
snatch
so.
anybody. The
I
man
hope so,
wants to be snatched.
Funshaw, and I hope so, Mr. Jagojantics, and I hope those men out there that are like you, if you're really like that, I hope there are men, that are like you guys based on what you're saying. I mean, we're going to round up now. I think this has been a very interesting conversation, and as Mr. Jagojantics said, independence in a marriage is relative, okay? Because I believe there are a lot of people in marriages, what they do for what A does might not work for B, and B wants to do what A is doing that's working for them. Sometimes you don't know what that couple have been through. You don't know those troubles they've been through together that have now brought them to where they are today, where the man can go with his wife's phone and go out because his battery is dead, is running low. And you want to try it with your husband and you receive the beating of your life. So what it's true, because
They will redesign your face.
because what works for A might not work for B. So you need
For
to
B, that's the problem people are having. They want to copy.
Yeah, you need to know what works for you, and you need to do according to that. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say on this one. It was a very interesting topic. On that note, we'll see you again same time next week. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice week.
Thank you.